Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Money podcast, your source for all things money. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today's a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I had a guest on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him right on back. So today's special return guest is Brianne Soscia, and she is a certified financial planner over at the Wealth Consulting Group, and she's also founder of Financial Yogi. Brianne, welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Adam. So excited to be back.
Oh my gosh, so good to have you back. Been following some of your content over at Financial Yogi, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But just to start out with, for the audience that was our new listeners that didn't catch your first episode, let's start off by talking a little bit more about what you're doing over at the Wealth Consulting Group. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Sure. So I'm located in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I am a certified financial planner over at the Wealth Consulting Group, like you mentioned. This is my 10th year in business now. I cannot believe it.
Woo! And congratulations on that. Let's not just glance over that one. Congrats.
Right? Yeah, thank you. Major milestone there. So I serve individuals, families, couples, and business owners in the areas of retirement planning, investment management, college savings, and asset protection. And most importantly, I provide a holistic and comprehensive approach to financial planning.
No, I love it, and big fan of what you're doing and how you're really focusing on the whole, on the whole person, right? So obviously, a lot of people, we know that finances are a big component of it. But that being said, in terms of I want to get into your overall brand too that you've kind of created. So let's talk a little bit more about Financial Yogi and what you're doing there too.
Yeah, sure. So I am not a yoga instructor by any means. I am 100% financial planner, but I am an avid yoga practitioner. So I practice yoga about an hour and a half each morning, about 6 days a week. So I'm very dedicated, and I've just learned over the years that so many lessons in yoga can be applied out in the real world. And I really, truly believe that when people are at peace with their finances and they have financial well-being, that is just such an important piece of the overall health and wellness puzzle. So obviously it reduces stress and anxiety. So my main goal as a financial planner is just to take that worry out of making money decisions for my clients and just to be their quarterback and their coach and their guide and, help them along the way.
So right now, obviously, lot going on, and so we're recording this in May now of 2020. Wow, so we're in the middle of this whole pandemic situation, all this other stuff. What do you find are some of those common themes that are arising that you're hearing about nowadays?
Yeah, so in the beginning when the market started to fall, there was a lot of worry, of course, and panic, and I just tried to get out there in front of it and do a lot of education on social media and reach out to my clients. Some of the things I was hearing were, should I take money out of my retirement account? Should I stop contributing? Am I going to lose all of my money? So, just trying to educate and reinforce everything that we've taught our clients in the past, but, just reinforcing not to make those behavioral, emotional decisions when it comes to money. And as long as you have your plan in place and you're invested correctly, how you stay the course and be patient and you just wait for the stock market to recover. And now I'm just really helping my clients through all of those stressful things like filing for unemployment and, figuring out if they're going to get the stimulus check and how to apply for the small business relief. And so, just more of those real life situations in addition to their investment.
What are typically the right types of clients or the right type of fit to work with you and your team?
Yeah, so I always say that, my clients don't have to have the most money. they have to be the best savers. So they have to be really motivated to save, not only for their future, but also just to live their best, most fulfilling life right now. They have to be motivated to make financially responsible decisions, and they have to be coachable. So they have to want the support. So somebody who is a do-it-yourselfer, I can offer that advice, but, somebody who really wants guidance on what the best money decisions are for their particular situation, and they're going to follow my instructions, those are my ideal clients.
So I see you are a certified financial planner certificate. That being said, can you talk a little bit more about the importance of having a well-rounded financial plan?
Yeah, so just really quickly, I'll touch on, why I decided to do that. But, I'm a young woman in this industry, and so that was one of my motivating factors to get my CFP. But at the end of it, I realized how valuable it was. When you're studying for the Series 7 and the Series 6 and your life insurance test, it kind of feels like a crash course. But the Certified Financial Planner curriculum is so comprehensive, and the program is, over a year long. And that is where I would say I learned so much of, what I need to know for my clients. So that was one of the best decisions I ever made in my career, and I am so happy I have that behind me. It was the hardest test ever. So, just having your investments managed for you is just such a small piece of the puzzle. When it comes to your money and your financial life, there is just so much to consider. So, part of my conversation with all of my clients doesn't just include their investments, but taxes, their estate plan, their savings plan, their retirement plan. It really needs to be a comprehensive and holistic puzzle, because if you're missing one of the pieces, then your whole plan can just get, off the train tracks. For example, if you're missing life insurance and something tragic happens, the whole plan is gone. If you don't have long-term care, and when you're older you need skilled nursing, you can lose a substantial part of your investment. So it's just really important for me to make sure that I hit all of those aspects all of the time when I'm working with my clients.
No, super important. I love that the way you word that, because what happens is I find a lot of people they focus 90% of their time on the investment part, and they're like, yeah, but the overall plan, if you don't have a plan behind that, and if it don't have a strategy, it doesn't matter how good the investments were, some of the other things that you did, it may not meet your objectives, number one, but number two, you may not see what's going to come next. Like your perfect point that you mentioned, insurance, right? You have a family, but you don't, and you have small kids, or you have kids and you don't have any insurance, and you're like, oh yeah, you're saving for their college, but if something happens to you, then what happens to that plan? Like, it's done.
Exactly.
Who funds it? How does it get funded? It doesn't. So you have to kind of play that balancing act. So I love how you bring that up. So Brianne, that being said, if somebody is listening to this and they want more information either on what you're doing over as a financial planner over at the Wealth Consulting Group, or also to follow your brand, Financial Yogi, what's the best way for them to connect and to learn more about what you're up to?
Sure. Thanks for asking. So my website is www.financial-yogi.com. And then I'm also on Facebook, so Brianne Soscia Financial Yogi. And then you can find me over on LinkedIn as well at Brianne Soscia.
Fantastic. Well, Brianne, been great having you on for this reunion 2020 episode. Always great to reconnect. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review in the Apple iTunes Store. And if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Money, definitely give that a subscribe, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Brianne, thanks again for coming on the show.
Thank you, Adam.